Yes, so delivering babies does come with some interesting stories. Sure, our kids are never getting out of school, not ever. Dad, I have a tummy ache, is usually met with where, localized, guarding, associated symptoms. The interrogation's so bad that usually they just roll their head and say, I may as well go to school. Much like many other professions, we also do spend a lot of our time on standby. After all, babies can come whenever they like. It means that if we go out as a family, we generally have to take two cars. That's not always a bad thing though, because it means that I'm rarely in a car, if ever, that's overflowing full of arguing kids. Usually it's just me and one of them or none of them listening to the music that I want to listen to or talkback radio. And it also gives me justification to explain to my wife why it's absolutely imperative that we have more cars, preferably a faster one, just in case of an emergency. Darling, I really need this for work. It's a work expense. Think about the babies. Even from a really young age, dinner time conversation often revolved around how amazing I thought the placenta was, I still managed to get surprised from time to time. For example, when our eldest daughter was just learning how to talk, she'd pick up just random objects and say, we'll start this in Tosanen and I'll be there in 4 hours. It was also of little surprise a few years later when she was asked where babies come from by another kid. She used words like meconium and put the entire class into trauma therapy. Working in this industry also comes with a pretty unique perception of life as well. A few years ago, Christine said that we had a school function to attend towards the end of the week. It had been a really heavy week and I didn't want to go anywhere. But she insisted. She said, Vinny, look, it's really, really important that we go. It's important for the kids. We need to be seen to be present and participating and all those sort of things. So she sort of dragged me along. And the parents were talking about a potential crisis that could occur later if, say, one of the kids got pregnant in year 11 or year 12, and how much of a disaster that would be and how it would disrupt their life and their lives. And as the conversation escalated higher and higher and higher, one of the dads looked at me and said, well, Vinny, you've got 3 daughters. I mean, what are your thoughts? I looked across the room and Chris was sort of saying, Vinny, don't say anything. But then I said, well, I can think of plenty of worse things. I mean, after all, I do see women later in life who are struggling to fall pregnant. At least that box has been ticked. Surely she'd be young enough so that hopefully her pregnancy would progress without complication and she'd be able to push her baby out without too much difficulty. And then with any luck, the bozo who knocked her up would disappear and it'd just be me, my daughter, our grandkids, and a whole bunch of chocolate. And then the entire room went really silent and everyone just sort of stared at me. And now I'm no longer allowed to go to school functions.